And welcome to the Nissan Arena for the Are You OK Round 5 matches in the HART Sapphire Series for 2020. Today we have an absolute plethora of netball, including 3 games, and the one we're all waiting for is the 5 p.m. game, the top of the table clash between the Cougars and the Jets. First, our curtain raiser today, the 3 o'clock game, is between the third place and defending Premiers Wildcats, taking on the Carina League Club Tigers. My name is Dave Mills. I will be joined in commentary soon, we hope, by Paula Stewart, who's running a little bit late. So you're going to be stuck with my dulcet tones for the next 7 or 8 minutes until she gets here. So if you look at the ladder, as we said before, we've got the third place team, Wildcats, last year's premiers, taking on the equal fourth place Tigers. The ladder at the moment is the Cougars on 69. The Jets are on 67. They play at 5 o'clock in what should be an absolute corker of a game. As you can see, the Wildcats there, 30. The Carina Leagues Club Tigers, 20. It actually shows the USC Thunder on 19, so the Carina Leagues Club are in 4th, not 5th, as I was told. The teams have just been handed to us, so there's been a few changes to what you might have seen programmed throughout the week. We'll start with the Tigers, coached by Erin Burns. The shooter is Emily Gage. The captain and goal attack, Amy Somerville. Alana Schuster's the wing attack. Claire Haig, the centre. Alice Morga, she's been included in the team coming off the bench. She's gone into wing defence. Sally Rosenhoff is the GD. And the Scottish international from his goalkeeper is Hayley Mulhern. So that leaves a bench for the Wildcats. Sorry, I've got my things mixed up there. That leaves a bench for the Tigers, I should say, of Lily Gribble, Natasha Robinson. If she gets on the court today, that'll be her debut. And Harriet Adsett, who went from wing defence to the bench. Coached by Erin Burns. Assistant coach Megan Snell, and Ashley Nummo is the manager. So moving on to the Wildcats, we have Jemison Power. Now there's a story there. Last week she lost a ring, and we'll be happy to say that ring was located. You might have seen it all over social media. She's lucky enough to have found it, her engagement ring. She'll be at GS. Former Firebird, Beryl Fridays at GA. Wing attack Lisa Mai. Captain and birthday girl tomorrow, 25th birthday to Halita Veve. Wing defence is Brittany Mould. Goal defence is Chanel Gomes. Lenora Misha is the goalkeeper. That leaves a bench of Bryony Payne, Rachel Fanana, and Danielle Taylor. Coached by Danielle Edwards. Alicia Adams is the assistant, and the manager is Ronnie Worship. The umpires for this match, the first of 3, Nicola Stevens, Rachel Thomas. The reserve is Claire Johnson, and we have everything in readiness. This should be a very good match. There's a lot to play for here, particularly for the Tigers, who sit just 1 point out of the top 4, and they desperately need the win here today. Their Thunder played last tonight. They've taken on the Sharks, and if the Thunder get up there, they could keep the Tigers, even if they win, in 5th place. So things are starting to hot up. We're exactly halfway through this is the halfway round, and semi-final spots are on the line. Predictions, well, the Tigers have been playing well without being spectacular. They've had a few narrow losses. 2 weeks ago they took on the Jets and played extremely well, and probably should have won that game but didn't. Last week they did have a win. They took on the Bull Sharks. They won 48-41, and the Wildcats took on the might of the Cougars, the first place Cougars, and they went down by 20, 68-48. So I'm actually predicting a Tigers upset here. I think they have been playing particularly well the last couple of weeks. Any side that has Amy Somerville in it, former Firebird, former Sydney Swift, former commentator with us last week, will be very hard to stop, and I'm sure that she will do extremely well. And it's just a matter of whether Chanel Gomes, who's been moved to GD, can shut her down. I see that as the key matchup for this match. The mid-court from the Wildcats has been going extremely well, and if they can control that, they may be able to break down this defence of the Tigers. Just like to take this opportunity to respectfully acknowledge the Turrbal tribe, the JRR and the Yugara peoples, the traditional owners and custodians of land for which this event is taking place, and elders past and present and emerging. Don't forget you can follow us on all the social media outlets that we have. Our Facebook page is where we get most of our traction. Drop us a line. We have people monitoring that all through the games, and they will reply to you if you send us a message. The HART Sapphire Series, you can get all the results and news at sapphireseries.com.au. Teams are being announced on the court. The Tigers in their traditional black and orange, and the Wildcats will be in the red and the blue. Both teams are in the huddles right now, And we're approximately 30 seconds away for a start. Don't forget tonight, 5 p.m, Jets versus Cougars. Only 2 points separate them on the ladder. It should be an absolute cracker of a match, and we are looking forward to that one. So the Wildcats will be going from left to right on your screen. As I said, they're in the blue and the red. It appears they have the first centre pass. Just waiting for the umpires to come into position. And the first centre pass is about to start. It will be taken by the Wildcats, and they're away through Veve. Into Maimai, hits the top of the circle. And a turnover to the Tigers. And great transition play being shown through Rosenhoff there. Somerville running the offence beautifully. I'm happy to say I've been joined in commentary by the just on time Paula Stewart. Paula, we've just done a bit of a briefing. I've tipped the Tigers to get up on this one as Somerville gets the first of the day. You know this team pretty well. Thoughts on the game?
I think it's going to be a good contest all the way to the end. So we'll wait and see. I think it will come down to the shooters. Who's more accurate in the shooting area? Because down the court we've got Wildcats defence are absolutely brilliant. And we'll be having a look to see, because Amy Somerville, she can shoot at the house down. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Shoot the house down. That was the matchup I called as well. I saw Somerville versus Gomes as a key to this match. I think whoever wins that contest will probably go a long way to getting their side over the line. Early turnover to the Wildcats gave the Tigers the first. And another turnover here to the Wildcats. There's a stepping call. It appears to be offside, slightly offside. And the Tigers get an opportunity to go further in front. So, how you going there? You made it on time?
Yeah, I'm just having a look at the lineup. So, yeah, just made it on time. Danielle Taylor, a bit surprised that she's actually not on court. So, just having a look to see. She's a beautiful wing defence, goal defence. The groundwork is impeccable. So, but Chanel Gnomes is there. She might have been going for the experience as well. But I'm a bit surprised not seeing Danielle out on court there.
So the second goal to Somerville. Danielle Taylor was listed to start at GD, but a late change brought Gomes onto straight on the match to Somerville. So the Wildcats with it. They get a throw in. Still looking for their first. Fridays gets us going again. This time she gets it just to the ring and makes no mistake. First one of the Wildcats. It took 2 minutes, but they're away 2-1. Tigers early.
No, I thought the ball went out. So
throw in there.
Yep. Alana stepped out of court, so it wasn't probably a great pass. So a good opportunity for the Wildcats.
Right.
And Alana makes up for it too. So straight away, beautiful intercept. And Amy Somerville that was beautiful work by the Tigers.
So Schuster with the turnover, creates the turnover, I should say, and gets it to Somerville, her third straight. Another turnover here, another footwork call, it appears.
No, yeah, not wholly within the centre. So I'd actually missed it. So maybe Helida just didn't have a whole foot in the centre circle.
Another one of those coach killers that we talk about often.
Definitely coach killer.
So Somerville pulls it in magnificently and gets her fourth. Tigers 4-1 early. We've only played 3 minutes and get a chance to open up quite a lead here. I was speaking to the coach before the game, Erin Burns, and she was very excited by this match. Said the team had trained incredibly well all week. And
yeah, well, Amy Somerville's just leaving Chanel for dust for the last couple at the moment. So Chanel had to do a bit more footwork to keep Amy Somerville up. She is the key. A beautiful drive, though, by Lisa Maimai. That was out.
Off court. That was Jemison Power, who was actually off court when she caught that ball.
That was good umpiring there, David Mills.
It really was. I'm quite the umpire at times. What do they say? Those that can play, those that can't coach, those that really can't commentate, those that really can't umpire.
That's it.
So Tigers with it in their offensive end.
Nice patience by the Tigers, because that was beautiful work. I mean, the Wildcats were just waiting for something there, so they were waiting. I thought the Tigers were very patient, but the Wildcats did really leap on it. So it was nice work by Chanel Gnomes on that one.
And another think that's a footwork call again. That's the third in this match, and we've only been playing just on 4 and a bit. That would be not making Danielle Edwards, the coach of the Wildcats, happy.
No, I mean, it's just your basic errors that need to be fixed up, and that was a nice rebound by Emily too, again, especially someone against Nora.
So Missa couldn't get the boards, and Emily Gage gets her first, and the Tigers on a great run, 6-1 straight. We haven't even played 5 in the first. Danger signs here for the Wildcats have not settled at all. Unforced errors causing the turnovers to come at a regular rate. Gage steps back and gets another one.
That was a beautiful shot by Emily Gage, because the elevation, the timing from Nora Missa was beautiful. So to get it over the arms of Nora, it was great work. That was a nice drive by Beryl Friday, and a nice communication between Beryl and Lita on that one.
The experience of Beryl Friday gets the second for the Wildcats. They're still trailing by 5. We've played 5. And Tigers looking the goods at the early stage of this first one. Great pass there into Gage.
She passed it back, but didn't really move that much. She didn't really, get any closer to the post on that one. So it was just a missed opportunity a little bit by Emily.
Pressure defence here by the Tigers. Nearly forced the ball over there. Great take there by Mai. She throws it away. I think that was Haig gets with the intercept. It is. But back to Morga. And the ball now with Somerville. Looks short, but goes in 8-2. We've played 6. Are you surprised by this, Paula Stewart?
I am a bit surprised. I thought it was going to be more goal for goal and waiting for it's going to be the battle of the shooting accuracy. But the Wildcats shooters haven't had much opportunity whatsoever. It's just not getting down there.
So a long pass, risky, finds Power, and she gets her first. So it's taken a while, but she's on the board. Maybe that'll settle the front end of the Wildcats down a bit. Haig.
That just was way too easy. The Tigers, the timing was great. The Wildcats are 2 steps behind. They really need to get out in front on that one.
So Haig just positioned herself beautifully, had no pressure on her whatsoever.
Lisa Mai is getting off the line beautifully too, though. She's makes it look so easy, but her speed is phenomenal. Great shot by Jamison.
The obstruction call on Mulherron makes it easier for Power. And a long ball coming in here to Gage. She can't get it.
I was going to say that's Nora's forte. So Nora always loves those ones. So beautiful flying intercept.
Nissa with the intercept gets the Wildcats going. They're down by 5. We played just on 8 minutes. Ball with Wildcats front end. Oh, a loose pass, but we've got an obstruction call. Lucky break there for the Wildcats.
It was a lucky break, but Alice needs to keep her arms down. She can't be putting her arms there to try and defend. So she really needs to work her feet and blocking that pathway. But another beautiful shot by Beryl Friday. This is a comeback now with the Wildcats. So
Friday gets one back for the Wildcats. Margin is 4. They need this goal here. This is an important goal in the scheme of things early in this first quarter. It's with Mai now. Beautiful work there by Power. And she needs to finish this and doesn't. Friday can't pull it in. Power picks up her own rebound. And the margin back to 3. Closest the Wildcats have been, well, since we started, really. And a loose pass there. Miscommunication between, I think it was Haig and Morga.
So this is the time now, too, that Wildcats are on the run. So they really need to push forward if they wanted to really close this gap.
Don't forget, it was 9-3 just a few minutes ago. They're loving that pocket.
Oh, that was a beautiful coming up to the top and then a nice roll into to the post. Jamison just needs to finish this off now. That was a lovely movement by her.
She's missed it again. Friday with the rebound. Unfortunately, she's out of play.
Oh, it's a shame because, Beryl Friday did a nice little rebound.
Oh,
what happened there?
She took the pass too early. Friday was still off court. Actually, she was adjusting a shoe, and Mulherron probably not aware of it. Gets it back now with the contact on Friday.
Actually, that's amazing with that rule now because with the SSN, they can be off court. So I was going to ask the umpires about that one, if that's changed with SSN until every other rule. So SSN, they're allowed to be, well, there's been quite a few that have been off court running and it's been play on.
Another loose pass there. Gives the ball back to the Wildcats. They got a chance to eat into the 3-goal lead.
Actually, that might be one for the umpires. Any umpires listening out there, can you please tell us that rule?
Co-commentator Zach, get on the Facebook page, Zach. We need to know that rule. So, don't forget, Zach or anyone else that wants to drop us a line.
This is great defence. Looks like everyone is standing, still don't know what to do. So, great defence by the Wildcats. They're waiting for something.
Somerville trying to screen for Gage, and then she pops out on the base. Class move by a class player. And Somerville gets another one.
Oh, that was good combination, good reading between Emily and Amy in the circle.
That broke the streak of 4 to the Wildcats. Oh, nearly a replay ball there.
I'm still loving the combination. A beautiful feed by Lisa Imai. Jemison's actually doing some beautiful movement in the circle, so her roll's going back, something that Harley will need to watch out for.
Lots of people joining us around the country. People in Townsville, Renee Mellors, and of course just local through Karen Pope. They're all watching, loving this plethora of netball we got this afternoon. As Amy Somerville gets another one. Margin 4. We've got 4:24 to play. All the 4s. And the ball with Friday. Both the...
that was better defence off Haley then. Oh, it's a shame she got picked up for that. There was actually good footwork. She kept Jemison up high, making sure she wasn't going to do the roll again. It's a shame she got picked up. But
contest here, the umpire lets it go on, but the ball has bounced out. So that was Rosenoff working hard. Seems like the Wildcats, a lot of their attacks being positioned in the left pocket. Yeah,
there has been a bit in the left pocket there. Yeah, Mama and Halita actually seems to be working quite well together. And just Jemison needs to just settle in the shots because her movement in the circle has been great.
The movement was there and the shot. Margin back to 3. Tigers who led us by as much as 6. Early stages in the first quarter. We've got 3.5 to play. They only lead by 3 now. Oh, short pass there. Not seen by the umpire.
No, that rule changed years ago.
It did?
Oh, yes, it did. So when, two people catch the ball at exactly the same time, it's not classified as a short pass. About 10 years ago, Millsy, that one. I know that one.
I did have a bit of a hiatus there for a while. Didn't keep up to date with the rule changes. Margin is 4, Tigers 12 to 8.
So Jemison's actually doing some great front positioning there, and Haley, that was a great rebound off Haley. She really wants that ball.
Well, Heron with the rebound gets the Tigers in transition. Just breaks down there, but
just need to pull that in. It's getting a little bit sloppy on both teams here, so but it was good that Emily just picked up the scraps.
The anticipation by Gage is excellent. And Haig finds Somerville. No mistake. Margin back to 5. The run of the Wildcats is just stemmed at the moment. Somerville positions herself well in the super shot range, which we don't play in this league.
It's just ordinary. She's just a beautiful shooter, Amy Somerville. Just lovely, lovely to watch.
So the margin is 6, biggest lead of the game, equaling it earlier on in the first quarter. Great drive there by Friday. Gets herself under the ring, misses a shot uncharacteristically, and Jemison Power can't handle the rebound.
Just having a look at Lisa Maimai, her anytime she goes out for a centre pass, it's like she's getting it way too easy in her second phase. So Alice really needs to defend a lot harder on Lisa. She's just running, having a field day out there.
So coaching question, like if someone's obviously quicker than another player, do you actually concede that centre pass? Would you let it go and not contest and try and what you do next that matters sort of attitude?
I think, you like to mix it around a bit, don't want to be predictable, but probably one thing that you want to do is tell them, the umpire just went down, hopefully she's okay. So one thing that you're wanting to do is still be on the shoulder, so you still want to make sure it's not so easy for them, but you want to do a lot more groundwork, so have the 3 feet and watch the second phase going down the court. So you want to really make sure you work them, keep them up high, you don't want them hitting the top of the circle.
So the goal to the Tigers, 15 to 9, we've got a minute to play. It's a big last minute for the Wildcats. Need to eat into this lead if they can. Again, Powell moved well, but they couldn't find her.
No, Jemison actually did a really nice front hold in that position, just needed to have the ball popped right in front of her.
So bit of disconnect between the offensive feeders and the receivers in the Tigers' end.
That's a bit better move from Alice, bringing the ball down the court.
Haig with it, controlling the play well. Schuster with it now. Long ball over. Somerville drives around the top of the circle beautifully.
Held ball. Yeah, a bit of contact happening in there too, so the umpire must have missed that, but Amy was trying to get around Chanel. Chanel had her arm out trying to stop her, so to me that's a contact on that part, but you've got to make sure you have that running style.
So Somerville with the hand in, loose ball. It's all Tigers. There was 4 of them around it. No chance for the Wildcats. Long ball, obstruction there. Smart play probably by Veve. Would have been a certain goal under the ring.
Especially when there's time called. That was a deliberate...
The shot's off and it doesn't go in anyway, so we don't have to...
No, yeah. The umpire probably should have realised that and advanced the call on that one. So that was actually probably a deliberate contact when there was only 3 seconds left to go. It was about to be thrown straight in underneath the post. So
the first quarter comes to an end. Tigers by 6, 15-9. We've had a pretty rapid opening start. Tigers got out early, 9-3. Wildcats fought back. Tigers sort of put a bit of class towards the end of that quarter. Thoughts on the first quarter, Paul Stewart?
I think one thing that Tigers are doing well is they're really keeping the consistency happening right throughout the whole quarter, and really, valuing the every centre pass. I think with the Wildcats, I reckon they'll grow into it. I reckon they'll, I reckon it'll be a big second, third quarter from the Wildcats. Okay,
so the matchup, the big one we talked about early on, was between Amy Somerville and Chanel Gomes. How do you see that at this stage?
I think Chanel's actually warming into it. I think Chanel was probably a bit on the back foot to start off with, and Amy was having a great move around. But I think Chanel's actually started to pick up with her footwork, and I think it's actually a nice tussle.
Excellent. Struggling to find Jamison Power a little bit, the mid-quarters of the Wildcats?
I think there was some nice feeds with Lisa Mai, but it's just that little bit more of a touch on the ball, probably just from Halita, just to find Jamison. Jamison's doing a beautiful hold. Just needed to be a little bit of a pop-in.
Excellent. So we're in the quarter-time break. We're going to talk through this one. Previous weeks we've dropped off and you've had silence, but now we're going to even talk even more, Paula, which is probably what the fans don't want. But anyway, you get what you're given. So don't forget the next game. You must be looking forward to this. A top-of-the-table clash, Cougars versus Jets.
Yes, that's going to be a great one. I think Cougars and Jets at the moment, they seem to be a definite... step above the rest, I suppose. So they have had some big games, and it's going to be interesting to see how those two actually go against each other. Yeah,
we're looking forward to that one. I'm joined in commentary in that one with the former Australian captain of the Australian men's team, Gary Passon's joining me for that one. So that should be a cracker game. We're going on air about 10 minutes to 5 in that one. Of course, as we always do when you're here particularly, we love to promote your sponsors for the Tigers. Carina Leagues Club and QUT Sport, the two major partners, and Dynasty and TradeLink. So Dynasty is the apparel partner, I believe.
So I'll just let you have a read. This is the little bit of the message on what's happening with the Wildcats bibs. So the Wildcats bibs is actually designed by Beryl Friday. I'll let you read that one, Milty.
So this is an actual message from Beryl herself. The circle colours represent you, your family and your community. There are 6 circles around the bibs and they represent our teammates. The smaller circles are different places and regions from where we come. The dots lead toward the centre of the bib, which is the position on court that the athlete is currently playing in. The bib represent the network of support from our broader Wildcats community back to you to dominate your space on the court. And that was designed by Beryl.
That was designed by Beryl. Absolutely love the bibs that the Wildcats have done this year. So well done, Beryl. Great design. I think they're absolutely beautiful.
So second quarter is nearly underway and the teams in their huddles taking position on court. Looks like there's been some changes. I think we've got Bryony Payne coming on for Beryl Friday. Yeah,
Bryony Payne is on for Beryl Friday and Danielle Taylor is on for Chanel Gnomes. I actually thought Chanel Gnomes was starting to pick up later in that quarter, but we got Danielle on. Danielle does a lot of footwork, a lot of groundwork, so it'll be interesting to see how Amy combats that one.
So any changes to the Tigers that you can see?
No.
Excellent.
Tigers have stayed the same.
So lots of people joining us on the Facebook page and giving their opinions who they think will win, and there's a fair bit of support for the Tigers, including Amanda Stagg.
Yeah. No, that was a great contest with, but Nora and Halita both went for the same ball, but it was
Claire Haig, who came up with it, got the call with the throw-in. And great hustle there.
Yeah, from Brittany. So that was a lovely intercept there from Brittany.
Brittany Mould was not taking no for an answer, ripped it in, 15-9. Wildcats with a chance to eat into the lead straight away. And a little bit of confusion, the circle's not functioning well at present. Eventually it falls to Friday. And
that's a
well.
beautiful shot by Beryl Friday. So they've already clawed one back. So here we go. Wildcats are on the run.
The Wildcats are on the run. And nearly a hell ball, 2.9 seconds on that one.
Smart by Lisa Marmarsh. Had all control in the world.
Great feed in. Payne for her first shot of the match. And it looked good off the hands. Unfortunately, it rings out. Ball with Morga.
Oh, beautiful.
My. Read that like the proverbial Dr. Seuss book.
That was beautiful intercept by Lisa Marmarsh. She knows it too. So that would pump them up.
2 straight to Beryl Friday. Gets the Wildcats back within 4. We've played 1 and a bit in the second quarter. Ball with the Tigers showing incredible patience in that mid-third.
Wildcats are now, they're doing a little bit of a diamond defence going down in that third, so they're actually quite good at that. But Brittany just got pulled up for the obstruction there.
You like the diamond defence, Supercoach?
I think it's good to mix everything up. Yes, the diamond defence. Wildcats are very good at doing that. They anticipate the read of play quite well. Well, it looks like Emily's just a little bit injured in that one.
Looked like a knee clash there. So Gage, the shot was missed. Couldn't get the rebound. It was out. And
no, she's not good. She's not good. So Tash Robinson will be going straight on. Tash Robinson's from the Ruby team.
I believe I'm speaking to the team. This could be, if she makes it on court, this will be her debut. Gage has actually gone straight off. She's just taken herself off. Robinson is not even on the court yet.
No, she can't. She's got to wait till the tag happens before she's allowed.
Wouldn't you call time there? Like, take the 30 seconds so you don't miss any opportunity?
I would have probably taken the time, but it didn't, yeah. The ball was down the other end. They probably thought it was all okay. I probably would have gone right behind and just sat off the court. She looks like she's in a lot of pain. So
Robinson makes her Sapphire debut. She's sat on the bench a couple of times but has not gone on the court. How do you think that will impact the Tigers?
Tash Robinson's actually playing very well in the Ruby team, so I'm actually quite excited to see how she goes, and I reckon she'll match it up. So 15-9 quarter time score has been reduced to 15-13. The Wildcats 4 straight to open up this second quarter. Robinson with her first shot in the league. Looked like a veteran. And that would be, as we call here, a Mizuno momentum shift. So magnificent effort there. Her first 1 from 1. Looked like she belongs in this league forever. That was a beautiful drive by Bryony Payne. She just needed to settle and concentrate on that shot. So she actually moved around the court beautifully. She has got lots of speed, and she's a nice tall girl. So Tigers get a chance to settle. Margin is 3. It's been a great start to the Wildcats second quarter. Whatever Coach Danielle Edwards said at quarter time worked. It was whatever was in those oranges. Oh, lovely intercept by Helida. So Helida's one person. If you ever need the team to lift, Helida is there for you. So great captain and a fantastic player. And you probably missed, unless you're listening in the car, it's her 25th birthday tomorrow. Oh, there you go. So you weren't listening in the car, were you? No. I was actually listening to the Lightning Firebirds in the car, so sorry, Melsie. Sitting in the car. Sorry. I kind of listened to Sue Gooding before you, so that was an exciting match with the Firebirds and Lightning. Yep. So the ball with the Tigers. Someone will throw that away. And it's only 2 minutes, so this is a great first 5 minutes with the Wildcats has been, power. I think Danielle Taylor has really come on and made Amy Somerville's a little bit quiet. To me, maybe Friday is a better shooter than she is goal attack, and this gives a chance for Payne to run as the aforementioned Friday gets another one. I think we have a timeout here. It looks like the Tigers have called it. They've only scored 1 since we've resumed. 16-15 now, and we've played 4.5. Great start to the Wildcats second quarter. Paul Stewart. It's a great start. It just looked like they had the confidence. They were there for each other. They read each other really well, so it was no panic. They clawed it back up, and I think, 4.5 minutes was a great 4.5 minutes. So we're going to listen in, try and pick up what the coaches are saying.
Helena is standing right on this transverse line, so the centre is somewhere unattained. Okay, so we just
think there, Supercoach. Wise words there from Coach Burns.
Yes, a little bit worried with Helita being up high. Helita's one that can come in for a lot of intercepts, so she is one person that you need to watch. She can float and she reads the play very well.
We can't hear what Daniel Edwards is saying, but more of the same, you'd assume, with this great start in the second quarter.
Basically, keep it going is what I would be saying to the Wildcats. It's everything that they've come on to do. They're doing well.
So, don't forget to join us on all the socials. HART Sapphire Series is the Facebook page. And if you want to keep up with all the results and news throughout the entire week, go to sapphireseries.com.au. Yes, we have an Instagram. And yes, we have a Twitter. Whatever a Twitter is.
Okay, a little bit of a change. We've got Lily Gribble in at wing defence.
Your fan, Lily Gribble.
My fan, Lily Gribble. I like her in the circle, though, over the shot. But at wing defence, they need to stop Lisa Maimai. As I said before, Lisa Maimai is having a field day out there. So her speed, even though she's still young, her direction. She's just made the Australian 21 squad as well, which is a huge honour. Anyone that makes the Australian squad, but the Australian 21s, well done to Lisa Maimai. Another person too, Riley Batchelador in the Tigers. Riley is, she's injured at the moment, so hopefully back on court soon.
Yeah, well, we've got special announcements at half-time for all those Australian teams, but thanks for the scoop there, Paula.
Sorry about that, Milsey.
Yeah, you forgot to come to the pre-production meeting, so that's why we have these meetings, Paula.
Sorry about that. Yeah, running late. Just blame it on the
traffic.
Yeah, traffic.
Sunday traffic. It's a killer here in Brisbane, the Sunday traffic. Don't forget, if you want to pop down, there's plenty of space here, and we do practice COVID-safe procedures, so there's no worry about getting any of that sickness that's around in the community. Come on down, watch some great netball. Get here by 5, top of the table clash. As Somerville gets that one under the post.
And Harriet Adset is now in at centre as well. So Claire Haig is off and Harriet Adset is on.
The changes are coming thick and fast for the Tigers. Not happy with the second quarter. Coach Burns not afraid to ring the changes. And a loose feed there gives the Tigers a chance. The margin 3.
It was great defence then from Haley. She actually really forced that error, really forced the feeders to push that ball up a little bit high, and that's why it did go out of court. So good positioning by her.
Haley Mulhern, the 141 Test veteran for the Scottish side, now lives here in sunny Brisbane. That'd be a bit of change, wouldn't it, from Scotland to Brizzy?
Yeah, Scott. Yeah. So well, she was living in Sydney for a few years, I think. So before that, yeah. Well, she come to the good old Sunshine State.
There's no accounting for bad taste. Hello to all my friends in New South Wales.
Oh, good girl, Tash Robinson. Just a double play herself. There wasn't much happening. They had Amy Somerville covered. So Tash Robinson would be a very unknown to this lot.
So making her on-court debut has been mentioned in the lineup earlier this season, but this time she's actually taken the court. And you'd have a lot to do with her, I'm assuming?
Yes, so she has been really dominating in the Ruby. So for her to have a bit of a run here, a bit of miscommunication there, has been really good.
The screen was set by Somerville. It was a good screen. Unfortunately, Robinson rolled off it, and the pass went over the sideline. Chance for the Wildcats to get into this lead of 4. So Taylor with it now. Time's there. My working, doing a ton of work at the moment, but is finding it more difficult with Gribble on her.
Bryony Payne just trying to go for the base then, and she got a bit of a coat hanger for her troubles on that one, so that wasn't too good. But I think Shelley thought the ball was coming out to her and went for the ball, but there was a bit of a fake, and I think it faked everybody, that one.
You do like a good fake. So.
Beautiful shot on that by Bryony Payne. That was lovely.
Payne hits a moving post. The post was shaking and still gets it. And here we have a break. Oh, Paula Stewart, you do like a break.
It is.
Like you like diabetes. So.
It is my pet hate. When you've got the ball, do not break. It's so hard to get an intercept, and it's throwing the ball away. What
do you hate more, the break or the fake to no one? Because you went to town on the fake to no one last week.
Fake to no one I don't like, but I mean that's just, I just don't like that one. The actual break is a heart stopper.
So the margin is 1. The Wildcats, remember, they were down by as much as 6 on several occasions in this game so far. They've got it back to 1. They've owned the second quarter. And of course, don't forget, you get 2 points for every quarter won. And the Tigers sitting in 4th with the USC Thunder. They desperately need to get every point they can. Wildcats comfortably in 3rd. The defending premiers, of course, you were the coach of this team last year that won the championship.
Yes.
You wonder why I call you super coach.
Yeah, no, that was a brilliant year, so absolutely loved it.
A missed shot by Payne and almost over 2/3, but actually that would have been over a third. Wasn't that a throw-in?
Yeah, it could have been just play on. Oh, did that hit the post then?
It did. And
hit the post and out again. So there you go. Ball going Wildcats' way, so 19 all.
We're all tied up in 19s, and a bit of a shock really because the Tigers looked like they were coasting. Somerville probably needs to get a little bit more involved. She has been a little bit quiet this match.
Oh, Danielle Taylor's footwork and just the groundwork that she does. She doesn't have to get an intercept. She actually works any shooter to the bone.
Any shooter to the bone. They're struggling to find it. This time Somerville pops to the top, 2 metres out and misses. Great rebound. That is excellent work there by your girl, Robinson. Unfortunately, the Tigers couldn't control it, but it's a sensational save by Robinson. My. Oh. Back at you, throws it away.
Yeah, again, it's starting to get sloppy. So the mindset on both teams, they both just have to reel it in, suck it up, and see who comes out stronger here. Because the ball, they're actually not controlling the ball at all. So just throwing the ball away.
Just like that, on cue.
I actually thought that was going to be a nice pass, but like anything cross court, Nora misses there.
Somerville with the hands in gets caught for the obstruction. Here's the replay. Misser comes out beautifully. And just as casual as you like, gets him going in transition. She's a cool customer.
Yes, that's anything that's going to be up a bit high. Oh, that was beautiful by Harriet Adset. Coming through nice and strong, and she's actually very decisive. Great speed.
So Adset with the turnover. Again, feeding the circle. Swings it to Schuster. Schuster looking for Somerville. She finds her with the lob. Haig's gone on to wing defence for the Tigers. So the change is coming thick and fast. I do hate a rolling substitute. I'll just put it out there one more time.
I'm just pretty happy that she got that one there.
So, ball with Payne. Looks for Friday. Finds her. She cops on for her troubles from Mulholland.
That was just a great little pop. So Lily Gribble has gone in at goal defence now as well.
Gribble with the elevation. And we're tied at 20. We've got 3:33 to play. No closer to working out who's going to win this one.
Oh. All that Amy needed to do, I think she got a little bit scared that Nora was coming out and just tried to flick the pass through but didn't have the control. So she probably should have just grabbed it and take it and hope for the best, I suppose. A lovely tip by Tash Robinson again, and another tip by Claire. So they're coming out hard. Wildcats just need to make sure that they keep driving onto the ball. So
Haig gets one, but it goes out. Wildcats, this is their chance to lead for the first time. Loose hands there by my.
No, that was Halita.
Sorry, Veve.
Yeah. So a bit unrealistic. She doesn't usually drop the ball too many times, Veve, but she was already looking down court before she caught it.
So Payne doesn't want to take the long shot.
That was a nice feed by Lisa Marmai.
Friday will have the opportunity to put the Wildcats in front for the first time this match. 2:26 to play. She walks up very, very calmly and does not miss. Nothing but nets. Wildcats by one. They've owned the second quarter. It's a 7-goal margin for the Wildcats. They've definitely got the chocolates in this one. And 2 competition points at the same time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've had a great quarter on that one. So Lily Gribble actually did a great job on Bryony Payne then trying to get into the circle. Bryony's got a lot of speed, a lot of strength, and but Lily held her ground.
So Gribble with the contact. Payne takes a long shot.
That was a beautiful rebound too by Lily Gribble. Lovely. So she came out with the rewards on that one.
Chase the ball down. It's back with Gribble again. We're both
Great
big fans of Gribble. Her elevation's amazing. And a bit of calmness being shown here by the Tigers.
Again, the beautiful defence by the Wildcats.
Zone or diamond?
Oh, that was a bit more of a diamond, that one.
Diamond, but eventually it falls to Robinson. She's looked good since she's come on. She came on for the injured Emily Gage. I can't see Gage anywhere. Is she on the bench? There she is on the end.
Yeah, hopefully she's all right.
It looked like a clash of knees to me.
I tell you now, one thing you don't want to do is that. But Nora Miss is loving it. She's like, yes, please, do more.
Don't throw it across the circle. Lenora Missile will eat it up.
Oh.
That was just a bit too hard. That
No, I actually thought that was going to be a beautiful.
Not too much heat on it?
Oh, there may be a little bit, but I liked it. I liked
Payne's
it.
broken 4 fingers, so I'd say there's a little bit of heat on it. So Tigers now in transition through Haig. He's trying to get him going. They've been a little bit stagnant this quarter. And a footwork call, perhaps?
I think, was it footwork or held ball?
Well, it was a quickie shell ball, so we'll just play on. Wildcats again get a chance to get the lead.
So you've got Rachel Fananana on at centre.
And Friday gives the lead back to the Wildcats. We've got half a minute to play. It's 22-21 to Wildcats. Tigers led by as much as 6 on 3 separate occasions. And Friday, this to give the Wildcats the biggest lead they've had for the match. She does. It's 2. There's 15 left.
Just even her body positioning then. You knew she wasn't going to miss it. She sucked in the air and she was just absolutely pure concentration on Beryl Friday on that
Balls
shot.
with Summerall. We've got 5 seconds. They need to get it in. Can't find Summerall. They find it now on the base. One.
Gotta hurry.
There's the hooter. No
goal.
No
I'd like to see a replay on that one. I thought the umpire's whistle went after it went through the hoop.
Well, no goal called by the umpire. An amazing quarter there to the Wildcats. They were 15-9 down. They're now 23-21 up. So that's a
huge turnaround.
14-6 quarter. They win it by 8. They lead by 2. What happened there to the Tigers? Paula Stewart.
I think one thing with the Tigers, losing Emily Gage, she's been their shooter since the start. Bringing in someone like Tash, even though we felt that Tash probably didn't lose the momentum. It's just getting that little bit more of a feel and a bit more comfortable to have someone that's from the Ruby team up. But they should be used to that. They should be able to have a look. I think a few times Tash was there. They probably could have thrown her the ball, but it's them getting used to her again.
Excellent work. So it's been a great second quarter of the Wildcats. They owned it by 8. What will happen in the third, we will find out when we come back after these short messages. Welcome back. Half-time in our first of 3 coming to you live from the Nissan Arena for the HART Sapphire Series 2020. It's Tigers versus Wildcats. Tigers looked like $1 million, came out of the blocks firing. They led by 6. Now at half-time, they're down by 2, 23-21. Paula, this is round 5. It's the Are You OK round, and this is a round where we encourage people out there to start a conversation that could change a life. I don't know if you've known anyone who's suffering from depression, but we're asking you and everyone else in the netball community to show your support by wearing something yellow today. So you'll see a lot of the players have got yellow armbands on their uniforms or on their arms, etc. And we're asking them to make this round where you say to someone, are you okay? And it's not just about saying, are you okay? There's 4 steps in it. You should listen, you should encourage action, and you should check in. If you want to find out more about these steps, go to www.areyouok, spelt R, then the letter U, ok.org.au/how-to-ask. And it's a great initiative being run by Netball Queensland for this week.
It is a great initiative, and that's one thing too. Netball community is such a great community, but it's not just being there for the players. You've got to make sure that you're there for the umpires and coaches. So I think sometimes that they get left out as well. So with the coaches, sometimes there's a lot of pressure, a lot of and with the umpires, and we have to make sure that everyone's okay and just go back to think that this is a sport and we're supposed to be all here together.
Well, we're all family here. We describe it as a netball family, and that's something that we are very mindful of. And don't forget, I'm obviously got a lot to do with men's netball. We are tied in with Beyond Blue and stuff like that. So this is a very important issue that doesn't just affect women and ladies. It also affects men. So if you can help someone by asking, are you okay, please do. Now, you gave us a bit of a snapshot before.
Sorry about that.
You broke the scoop. Half-time of each of the matches that we got today, we're supposed to be selecting announcing who's been selected in the 2020 Netball Centre of Excellence squads. And of course, there was no national titles this year because of that stinking COVID, and so that all got changed. But we still had Australian selections, and I'm happy to say in the under-17s, Hayley McGurtha from the Cougars, she's made it. Martina Rikas has made it. Sarah Harris, Isabel Shearer, Ashley Irvin, and Luza Nimata has made it.
Loza.
Loza. My apologies. They're all in the 17s. The 19s, ring-a-ding-ding, Charlie Bell's in. Annabelle Laurie, now she made her debut for the Sunny Coast Lightning, so she's an excellent player. Riley Burns, Abigail Houston, and Lily Gribble, your fan. Lily Gribble made the 19. And in the 21s, Mia Stowe from the Cougars, I believe she got on court today for the Firebirds. Is that true? I wasn't there. You were listening in the car.
Yeah, I was listening in the car. Well, I have to admit, I didn't hear that one in the car. So
that's the rumour, is that she got on the court today. Riley Batchelador, the injured Riley Batchelador, made the 21s, as did Macy Gardner, Lisa Maimai, and Serafina Wolf from the Thunder. You'd have a lot to do with a lot of those players.
Yes, but one thing too, you missed out the coach. See, the coach has to be mentioned as well. So our very own Queensland person, Kylie Sampson, is the Australian 21s coach. So well done to Kylie Sampson as well.
That is fantastic. Obviously, we've known Kylie a long time.
We've known Kylie for a long time.
Kylie Burns now.
Oh, sorry. Oh, her dad would like it when I called her Kylie Sampson, so there you go, Bob, just for you.
So that didn't make my list, I apologise. I'm a big fan of Kylie's coaching, and congratulations to her making the 21s coach.
Okay, Halita Vave is off the court again, so unless she's a little bit injured, Halita, can you see her on the bench? Oh yeah, no, Halita's on the bench. Okay, so we've got Rachel Fananana in at centre.
Well, she finished the quarter there.
Yeah, the last few minutes Rachel came on, and she's getting a start again in the third quarter.
So turnover to the Wildcats. They lead by 2, an amazing second quarter. So,
and no changes there for the Tigers.
What do you reckon the coach would have said at half-time?
Oh, hang on. Emily Gage is back on.
She has come back on.
She has come back on. I tell you now, our physio over there, he works wonders. So if he said that she was right to go back on, he's right to go back on. So
they call him Nimble Fingers, and he's done a great job with Gage. It looked like it was a clash of knees, and that can hurt.
That can hurt. He would have had a check. So one thing for a coach's point of view, oh, great rebound off Amy Somerville. Coach's point of view is, if the physio is someone like Mark, if he says everything's all right, then we know that we can trust him 100%.
So 2 missed shots there by the uncharacteristic misses by the Tigers. Means that they've turned it over again, and the ball falls to the Wildcats, who in turn turn it over again.
Yeah, this is where you kind of go, okay, they've got to settle, not get so sloppy, and really, the ball should be like gold. You really treat the ball well. So make sure that the ball does get down to the shooters. And again, another soft hands that should have been pulled in at this level.
So we're looking at the 3rd and 4th place teams. The 1 and 2 teams are like a fair way in front on the points table. Is that why we're seeing these errors? Like lack of concentration, lack of skill? Are the other 2 teams just that far in front? What's your thoughts on that?
Oh, mindset. I mean, I was just going to say, one thing I would be looking at is, going back to have a look at their trainings, making sure that their mindset's right, putting them under pressure, because at the moment it's, that's great by Lily Gribble. Oh, bad luck. Yeah, I didn't think so. I thought it was good. I liked it. I liked it, Lily Gribble.
Lily Gribble, that's not her mum talking, that's Paula Stewart, her biggest fan. So she was about a foot away, and it was definitely obstruction.
It was 3 feet.
The ball knows, and it falls to the Tigers regardless. The Wildcats had a chance to go 3 up, which would have been their biggest lead of the game. Tigers currently bring it down. Gage with it now. Throws a pass into the defence, and they've transitioned that beautifully. And the ball is with, I think Payne will have the shot. No, Friday looks like she'll take it. And Wildcats get a chance to go 3 up. Ball with the Tigers. Wildcats lead by 3. Tigers with it on the edge of the circle. Gage has to go all the way back to the mid-third. Adset with it, can't find it. Somerville, they're having a bit of trouble finding Somerville today. She comes out now, works the top of the circle, and Banana with the obstruction and nearly picks it out. Long shot there from Somerville misses. So Wildcats by 3. This gives them an opportunity to go further up. And another turnover. These turnovers hurting the Wildcats. They really should be building on this lead. They lead by 3. And falls to Friday. This is their chance. Biggest lead of the match coming up to the Wildcats, and they get it. It's now 26-22. And Wildcats centre pass next. Tigers have really hit a wall after scoring 15 in the first quarter. We've played 20 minutes since, and they've scored just 7.
Well, just then, it just looks like that Wildcats are just letting the ball flow. So it's a lot more confidence. They're letting the ball flow and hard drives. Nice little tip there by Brittany.
Showing their championship qualities here, the Wildcats. This is why they won it last year. Some would say it was all you, but the players had a bit to do with it.
The players worked their butts off to win that last year. So big turnaround was last year, and they had a great game. I can't be on the court there, Millsy, so yeah.
But they feel you, apparently. That's what they all tell me. They felt you out there. So the ball with the Tigers. Tigers have really gone into a bit of a scoring drought. And Somerville, in my opinion, needs to get more involved. So margin back to just 4. Tigers 23, Wildcats 27. We've got 10 to go in the third championship quarter. And the champions are playing right now. So through pain. Don't forget the big one, 5 o'clock. Join myself and Gary Passion, the former Australian men's captain, for that one. Jets.
Yeah, I won't be watching it, so I'll have to watch it later because I will be going down to Carina Leagues Club. So I've got my whole team here. We're all going to head there to get our palmy,
Let's
Millsy.
talk palmies.
That's
You're
it.
having a palmy, aren't you?
Having a palmy, going there. Hopefully Wade will be there. Not too sure if he is or not, but
Every Sunday you talk to me about palmies.
oh, we're off. We're going.
You know I'm on a diet.
It's our bye week, so
You're killing me.
where else do we go? We're
Carina Leagues Club.
Carina Leagues Club.
So not popping into QUT University at the same time, you know, just
No, I was
Get
there.
the education.
I was there yesterday watching the esports. There you go, another different sport that I'm involved in, Millsy.
esports.
Esports, look out! It's taken over the world.
It is the growth area, particularly during COVID.
Oh, it's been unreal. So QUT, one of the leading esports universities. It's great.
So the ball falls back to the Wildcats. Turnovers killing the Tigers at the moment. And Payne does well, drives the circle beautifully. Shoots and makes no mistake.
Yeah, she deserved that. That was actually a beautiful drive. She faked one way, came the next, hard, nice drive, and then put the shot up. That was lovely by Bryony Payne.
The margin 5, 28-23. It's all going horribly wrong for the Tigers. Uncharacteristic turnovers.
They're just not moving down court. It just seems like everyone is standing still. So, but this is great defence too by, especially by Danielle and Nora in the circle.
Yeah, it seems like almost that, for me, that someone was almost playing like a shooter. Gage is the one coming out of the circle. She's got a good screen there, Somerville, but I think she needs to have the ball in her hands more than what she currently is. And, I think we have another break.
No, that one was actually great defence. Who was that from? That was from Alice and Harriet. So they actually boxed Lisa in and she tried to push her way through.
Makes no difference because the ball falls back to the Wildcats. And
offside call, Alice.
She went a mile offside on that one. Someone say she doesn't go that far on holidays.
Oh, God, they're coming out too early. Millsy, too early.
Should be saving it for the big one.
Save it for Gary.
5 o'clock, the big one. And, of course, we've got a game at 7, which is Gary's team, the Thunder, taking on the Coast. It's the Battle of the Coasts. Do you prefer the north to the south or the south to the north? I'm talking about the Coasts.
The Coast. Oh, see, I suppose I coached 7 years down the Gold Coast, so I've got a special spot for the Gold Coast.
You're a Goldie girl?
I'm a Goldie girl, so yes, I love the Gold Coast.
I had businesses down there, but I'm very keen on the North Coast. I do like the Coolum area. Should be my home soon, all being things going correct. And the ball currently with the Wildcats.
Oh,
A
beautiful
pass from
vision.
My. just inside the centre third, cracks it.
Beryl liked it too. That was a
Friday.
beautiful. It's just like everything seemed to open up for Lisa, and she's powered that ball in.
So biggest lead of the game is 6, and the Wildcats now own it. The Tigers had it early on 3 times, but the Wildcats, the turnaround has been unbelievable. Since quarter time, Tigers have only scored 9, and considering they've got 15 in the first,
yeah, that's not good.
the offensive end has dried up for the Tigers. What would you say to the Tigers Supercoach?
Well, it looks like they've already brought out Tash Robinson has gone in at goal attack with Emily Gage is off and Amy Somerville's back at goal shooter.
I did call that, if you just recall, just 2 minutes ago.
Tash Robinson, I can't wait to see her out the goal attack. That's where she plays in the Ruby. Her first position, and her speed and strength is phenomenal. She's really starting to become a beautiful player.
So 30-24 when they made the change. Let's see how it affects the score. And Robinson, she's an athlete.
She's a definite athlete. So she's won 2 after COVID. We did fitness testing with them. 61 centimetres in a standing elevation before we even started training. So
61 in the old, that's 2 feet in the old scale.
Absolutely amazing athlete.
There's nothing to her. She's probably only jumping 40-odd kilos. So let's put it in perspective. Oh, well left.
That was lovely by Haley. Absolutely lovely.
Mulheron
Great timing.
Looked like she was going to get the intercept. Let it go out instead. Tigers need to make this count. Don't forget, they've only scored 9 since half-time. The defensive pressure is shown by the Wildcats through the mid-third. Intense. Playing a bit of a zone, yeah?
Yeah, a bit of a zone. I'm just trying to have a look. So Lana's not out there yet. So I think they're missing her with her game sense out on court too.
Brilliant work there by Somerville. Opens it up. That was Robinson opening up for Somerville, who gets the shot. Tigers back to 5. Their centre next. Is this the Tigers' comeback?
Well, hopefully it's there. Hopefully it is. So the last 5 minutes, Halita Vave is back on out wing defence. So, yeah, she's dangerous in that position. That's her first position.
So that goal breaks the run for the Wildcats. Was Mizuno a moment shift. And the ball with Somerville finds Adset, who finds Robinson in turn. Just inside the super shot, steps in. Dangerous practice that.
Especially stepping in on Nora. She'll probably know it soon. So, but she gets the goal. Nice and confident. Love to see that.
Margin back to 4. It's
nice
for the
little
Tigers.
tip by Harriet Adset. There was like 3 Tigers were all around that one.
Adset gets the ball now through Haig. Seems to be more energy with Robinson in the goal attack position.
Oh, beautiful.
It was like a golf ball through a hose, but unfortunately Somerville couldn't hang on to it.
Oh, do you make these lines up, or where do you get them from?
In the shower. I just think about the game. And, golf ball through a hose. Yeah.
Oh, you have to use that one. Oh, nice tip by Lily Gribble.
Write that down, I say. So, Gribble, again, it's not her mum in the commentary box. It is Paula Stewart, one of the greatest coaches we produced, but a massive fan of Luke.
I'm going to call her that now, Luke.
Don't call her Luke. Oh, sorry. So the ball falls with Friday. And My gets it just on the outside. No, just inside.
The offside call.
Pass only. I reckon you'd stop a lot of offsides if that became a shot or pass. You make that a shot or pass, I bet you so many players don't go offside.
Oh, that was a double fake in the air.
Your favourite.
No. I might have to ask, what does that do? Because the defenders didn't move.
But the ball fell to Bryony Payne, and she gets the goal. Stops the mini run by the Tigers of 2. They have it now, though. Desperate times for the Tigers. They haven't owned the third quarter either, after getting torched in the second.
So some nice defence again in the circle. By Danielle and Nora. They just can read each other so well.
Robinson threw one of those fakes that you hate. She's one of your players.
Yeah, I'll have to talk to her about that one.
So, unfortunately, she misses the shot. Maybe the fake put her off. She faked herself. And the ball falls back to the Wildcats.
That was out. Yeah, so nice pressure by Tash. That was lovely. Her speed off the mark is phenomenal as well.
So the Tigers it's actually gone for I thought it was going to be an over third, but no, it is a throw-in. Gribble with it now. Finds Morga, who's come on at wing defence.
So they're just getting stuck a little bit here. So this is where they really need to make sure. It's great that Lily and Alice are backing up.
So Robinson, Haig's gone to wing attack. Schuster hasn't played much this match. Do you think she's injured?
I don't know. I don't think she is. It's probably coaches having a look at a different little combination. So they're starting to dig it in.
It's an important game, though. Like this one, if they'd won this, the Tigers, it would have cemented them in the 4. So it's a very important game. Probably
again, Lisa, my, her vision is impeccable, beautiful.
Finds Friday. Friday misses a shot but gets a second chance, which he makes no mistake. Just hanging on to the lead of 5. We've got 1:15 to play. Tigers going goal for goal at the moment. A little bit of a pirouette there from the centre. This pass, Haig pulls it in beautifully. Somerville just not herself today. Hasn't performed as well as she has in the previous games that I've seen her play.
No, I mean, I think the defence with Danielle and Nora is nice, and I think we need to help Amy out a lot more around the circle edge and really making sure that her placement is good. We're putting her under way too much pressure.
So we said that the matchup would be Somerville on Taylor. Somerville owned the first quarter. Sorry, not Somerville on Taylor. Somerville versus Gomes. Gomes got taken off at quarter time, and it's made a big difference to the Wildcats.
Yeah, Danielle Taylor, it's just her footwork, her groundwork. So I did think Chanel might have been going back on at probably the wing defence role, but Brittany came on nice and strong, and she stayed there for a while. And now, of course, Halida Veve, MVP of last year's Sapphire, training partner for Firebirds, back in her first position. She's doing a great job.
So the biggest lead of the game is 7. That's owned by the Wildcats right now. Robinson doesn't realise she's got to get it in, and Bryony Payne, doesn't matter that she's fouled, doesn't chase the ball. That was all she wrote. Another good quarter to the Wildcats. They led by 2 at quarter time. Halftime. They now lead by 6, so they win that one by 4. Whew. We're all to do for the Tigers in the last quarter. Paula Stewart.
Okay, well, we've got nothing to lose in that last quarter. So at the moment, it looks like there's one option going all the way down the court. Very flat-footed with the Tigers. They need to start to just have a go, have a crack.
So you'd just say increase the defensive pressure?
Defensive pressure has to go all the way down the court. Lisa Mai, her vision, we really need to make sure that your 3 feet, hands over, blocking her vision into the circle. She's getting off the line a little bit too easy. Then with the attacking, you want to really concentrate a lot. That's what the Tigers are doing.
We'll try and listen into the commentators, the coaches, and see what they are saying.
We've had plenty of turnovers in the quarter. It's now the time that we need to be patient and get it to be closer.
Calling for patience there, sort of the opposite of what you're saying. You're saying they actually get a bit more energy happening.
Oh, yeah, they're flat-footed. So I would like to see a few more double plays options. So there's one person as an option the whole time. I would like to see 2 options. If you're not there, then you create space, you go again. So to me, it looks like it's very flat.
So how would you get Amy Somerville a bit more involved in this game?
Amy Somerville, I would probably tell her to get out of the circle every so often, so to make sure she's got the run in, but the placement of the ball. So we need the feeders to really work and keep on creating that space, not putting the pressure just on the shooters in the circle.
Leave her at shooter, or would you move it back to GA?
I would leave her at shooter. That's her first position back there, so I would leave her there, but we need to up the game in the centre court.
Absolutely. So Tigers, remember, they led by 6, and now the Wildcats lead by 7. So it's been a 13-goal swing. Since half-time, Tigers have only scored 12. 6 a quarter, not enough at this level.
Not enough, way not enough. So they should be looking at 14-15 per quarter. So this is a very low-scoring match for both teams, and it's a shame because some moves have been really good out there, but it's been a bit scrappy in parts.
Don't forget the big one coming on at 5 o'clock. We're going to air at 10 to 5. We're going to have it a little bit earlier because it's a special game. It's 1v2. And we've got the Cougars taking on the Jets. That's from 5. Join me and Gary Passion for commentary in that one. So there was a competition run by the Brisbane East Netball, and it was, I'll let you read it out. It was a Metro and Redlands Club Challenge, correct? And the people with the most supporters here got a free coaching session. Coach the coaches.
That's it. So the Metro and Redlands Club with the most supporters at the round 5 at the Sapphire game today between the Tigers and the Wildcats. We're going to win 1 hour Coach the Coaches. And the winner...
Who won?
Who won? Well, it was Mayfield that won, but it was very close second to Saints. So well done to Mayfield.
Excellent work. So Mayfield will be getting a 1 hour coach-to-coacher session. And a big shout out. We had a home game. My second game as commentator was actually at Ormiston College, and they had a home game. So they want us to announce that the Tigers, the Carina Leagues Club Tigers, fan of the day from round 3. That was where the numbers were restricted, and that winner was Jamie O'Connor. He's a life member of the Mayfield Netball Club.
He's on listening now, so there you go.
Oh, Jamie, well done, sir. Actually, he's one of our top fans on that side, I believe. Yeah, there he is. He's wearing his top fan badge. Well done. And he's coached at all different levels since since 2005, and he's just making some comments to us right now, which we can't read. So, last quarter gets underway. All to do for the Tigers. They're down by 7.
See the movement with the Wildcats there. So it was just let it go. The flow was happening. They're on the run, and that just left the Tigers flat-footed standing.
So Bryony Payne came on at quarter time, and that's when the turnaround started to happen. So you can't underestimate her injection into the side.
No, she's her actual movement and everything. It just seemed like it barreled down a little bit at the back. But Beryl's actually off at the moment. We've got Jemison on the court now.
So Friday to the bench. Jemison Power into the shooting position.
And Halida's back in at centre with Brittany. Brittany had a good first half, I thought. So Brittany's back in at wing defence. So I'm actually amazed that Chanel Gnomes isn't back in that wing defence there, because I've seen the last few games that she's played. She's actually done a really good job there.
So Brittany Mould at the wing defence spot. And the ball with the Wildcats.
Oh, Bryony must have had little twinkle toes going along the baseline and just pulled it in, and she settled herself, and it was a beautiful shot by Bryony Payne.
So margin is 8, biggest lead of the game, and it's owned by the Wildcats. Somerville took your advice and has come out of the circle more.
Yeah, I yelled it, mate. No.
Maybe they're listening in on their Facebook app. As you can do for all the games, you can listen on Facebook, drop us a line, and we will respond rapidly.
That was great hands over to... Oh, did Nora just get a falcon? Is there a replay on that one?
I don't think you could replay it in the middle of the thing.
I always like to see a falcon, and Nora will hate me if it is. So I think it was.
The ball falls with Power, steps in, risky proposition on the Mulholland, but the goal to Bryony Payne, and she has looked $1 million since she's been out there.
Yeah, Bryony's been doing some good shooting lately, so her movement's always been quite good. Just getting that confidence. Oh, straight in.
Speaking of great movement, that was an amazing drive, and then passes off. And Power makes no mistake. She missed a few early on, but she's certainly settled in this last quarter. Margin 10, Wildcats dominating. Remember, quarter time, 15-9. And we've only seen 13 goals from the Tigers since then. And their output definitely not enough.
A lot of standing around there, so they need to keep on moving on the run. That's a better placement of the ball, Alice. A better movement by Harriet.
We've got a change in the defensive end for the Tigers.
Shelley Rosanoff is back on at goal defence, and looks like Lana's waiting to go on at the wing attack role.
Alana Schuster, we haven't seen much of her, not since the first quarter. A little bit of the second. The ball with Mai. Looks for Veve, finds her. Both shooters out of the circle at the moment for the Wildcats. And we have a penalty.
So Alana's on now, so it'll be interesting to see what she can do down the attack end, because I'm a bit of a fan of Alana's, and how she creates the space is lovely.
So 2-on-1 there, and the aforementioned Payne gets another one, proving to be quite a pain for the Tigers defence. That was too easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, too easy.
That was a bad one.
Ooh!
Replay, but play on, says the ump. Mai with it now, but the ball knows, and there was a step there. Tigers got to get it going now. They're down by 11, and the rule of 11 kicks in shortly.
Lovely move. Oh.
Robinson can't pull it in. Oh, does second chance. Showing that incredible speed that she has.
So Alana, that speed and just that direction there, that's what they were missing down the attack end. Alana's play, like just how she creates the space is lovely.
So Schuster finds Somerville, margin back to 10. We've got 10:46 to play.
A lot of work to do in 10 minutes, but it's they can do it. It is a low-scoring match, though.
It is, and it's sort of been symptomatic of these sides. The top two teams have been scoring in the 60s. The other teams in the mid to high 40s. And
that is
looks like
Halita Vave special. Just nice. It looks so easy, but her timing, her elevation, she actually has hang time in the air. Just beautiful work by Halita.
both her and Mai seem to have all the time in the world, as does this young lady. When she's on, she can shoot. She missed 2 in a row there, but gets her own boards both times.
Just needs to suck it in.
Big smile on the dial. Just here, umpire. Yes, it is. And gets them on the third chance. They hit 40. Tigers with it all to do. Wildcats with it again. Their centre pass. And the ball goes in. Oh, mistimed there by Mulheron.
Only just, though. I mean, I thought that was actually a good... she had to go for it. The line wasn't too bad. Just a little bit off at the end. But, yeah.
Well,
it was worth having a crack.
It's okay if it's only just. So.
It was nearly there. Well, a defender's gonna hit sometime, so it was nearly there.
Like a true defender. I said last week you're in the state team. I still stand by that. The ball with the Tigers. Paula doesn't want to talk about it. Has coached the Queensland Fusion though, so there we go. We'll call that even. And the ball fired into Somerville.
That was a beautiful pass by Harriet.
It truly was.
And right up the middle.
Don't forget to join us on all the socials. Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to keep up with all the news and the tables and results, sapphireseries.com.au. Just like Kristen White is, watching us all the way from Victoria. One of the compatriots of the men's game and the indoor game. Ball with the Tigers.
That's it. If you're going to... 2 on 1. Oh, so Nora's off and we've got Chanel on.
So... You said Gomes would come back, and she did. You thought maybe wing defence.
Yeah.
But second chance. Now the Tigers have got it back to 9. And
nice little tip by Shelley.
And probably should have let that go and didn't. And the ball with the Tigers here. They've got a chance to make it 8. They need to score here. Their centre next. Bit of nerves might creep into the premiership winning Wildcats.
Personally, I think the Wildcats have got it now. So it'll have to be something special by Tigers. But... someone like Alana, I reckon she could do it. She's just given the confidence to Amy Somerville, and they're on a bit of a run here, so which is good. Timeout called. That was probably a good timeout by Danielle Edwards in the Wildcats, because Tigers were just starting to get a bit of a run.
So 3 straight to the Tigers prompts the timeout being called by the coach Danielle Edwards. Margin is 8, 40-32. We're going to try and have a listen in to see what's going on in these huddles. We're going to be with the Wildcats and Danielle Edwards. It was her timeout.
Some of you were tired, but I literally do not care. All right, you literally had 8 minutes and you were up 11-12 and we've thrown the last 3 away. You all need to breathe here, all right? Breathe, do your best, or give your bib to someone else, all right? Let's go. You haven't worked this hard to throw it away now. Everybody's got to do the work off the ball. Everybody's got to defend. Make your options amazing, all right? If your option isn't amazing, do more prelims, do more work. Love the ball. I want to hear ball love. Let's go, Chiefs.
Well, there we go. Love the ball is the message coming out of the Wildcats camp. That's a new one on me. I've heard be the ball. That's my favourite. But love the ball. Breathe. So she's obviously indicating there's a bit of nervousness, a bit of panic starting to set in with the Wildcats, which is difficult when you're 11 up with only 8 to play.
Yeah, that's it. So she just wanted to call the timeout, make sure that they reset. And again, get their mindset right. So, as she said, it was pretty good, tough words. If they don't want to do it out there, she'll give the bid to someone else, so, which is fair enough.
Bit of tough love there from Danielle Edwards. Let's see what effect it has. Wildcats lead by 8. The ball is with the Tigers. They're on a 3-0 run. Big difference since Schuster's come on.
Huge difference. Oh, and again, Halita Vave is easy as she please, but I mean, that is hard work to go back on the side. How she turns her body, her hips, and her elevation in the air makes it look so easy.
Follows the path of the ball. That was a step there, missed by the umpire. And falls to Bryony Payne. And if this goes in, oh, it goes out instead. So the Tigers are still alive. We're not putting the milk back in the fridge just yet. This one might not be over.
No, Tigers know it too, so they need to get in again.
2 in a row for Veve.
She is just amazing, absolutely amazing.
Showing everyone why she was the MVP last year.
And the Firebirds training partner. She is up there. She's one person that you don't want to mess with. She's this beautiful player.
And happy birthday to her. 25 tomorrow, they tell me. Hope that's correct. You never know. Give me a bum steer there. And the ball falls with the Tigers. They've got to get it going. This is their third chance since the timeout to score, and they haven't converted any of it.
No, well, see, Alana's doing so much work out there. I think bringing her back on is what's got the Tigers back up, so which is looking great.
Somerville looks a different player with her out there.
Oh, 100%.
Strange must have been injured because you wouldn't take her off for any other reason.
Nah.
And the ball back with the Wildcats, margin of 7. Yep. And here we go now, the ball through Mai looking for the circle. They're both shooters are at the top and out.
So we just had Alana leave the court again, and Claire Haig has come on. So
Schuster must be injured because she made a massive difference.
Huge
in that
difference.
3 or 4 minutes she played.
Yeah.
Try and find out what's going on there because, mind you, she's hasn't gone to see the physio or anything. Must be some little niggle there. And Payne sits down for the Wildcats. And Beryl Friday comes in to ice the game, bit of experience.
Yeah, well, I think Payne did a job. So she went out there, she created the space, she drove hard. And Beryl Friday's had her rest on the bench now, so she'll be ready to finish off the last 5.5 minutes.
Great shot there by Somerville. Payne came on when they were 6 down. She leaves the court when they're 8 up. So, yeah, you'd have to say job well done.
Yeah, so Emily hasn't been back on either, so maybe the knee was just struggling a little bit. That was a good hold and good movement by Jamison. Just needs to finish off that last little bit.
So she moves well, Jamison. A little hand in there, Mulholland fumbles, and unfortunately goes offside.
Just.
Tried the long jump, but like most Scottish triple jumpers, not very good. Hello to all my Scottish friends watching in Glasgow and Edinburgh. So it is an Olympic year. Unfortunately, no Olympics because of the COVID. That one's going to get back, isn't it? Someone will write in about that one. The ball,
I said nothing.
The ball falls with power. We'll call it a pass off to Friday. Uses the clock. We're inside 5. They're up by 7. Now 8. Is it a bridge too far for the Tigers, Paula Stewart?
Yes, I think it is. I think Wildcats have got it all in hand now. But Tigers need to go now. That's the thing for them, and they need to be going straight in.
Yeah, it's taking a lot of time to get in there. Double team there. Obstruction by Gomes.
That was a shame. I thought it was actually nice defence, double defence with Danielle and Chanel Gomes.
They seem to have had a tactic to really work Somerville hard, and it seems to have come off pretty well for the Wildcats, particularly since half-time.
Yeah, I think it has. So I think Amy started to come back a little bit more, but...
So Mulcairn picks up the loose pass. Margin 7, 4 to play. The clock is not the friend of the Tigers at the moment.
It's not, but I mean, again, every quarter is like a game, so that's at 2 points. So even if you're not going to win the game, you want to be trying to be hungry for that 2 points. It can mean a lot by the end of the season on how many 2 points should you win.
Ball through Robinson. Haig is being hassled by Veve.
Oh, I thought it was a bit of both on that one.
Great take by Somerville. Gets
a lovely
another goal.
take.
Back to 6, 3.5 to play. It's the Tigers centre next. Bit of urgency now creeping into the Tigers game. Robinson with the fake to no one. Cracks it into, it's with Morga. Straight in Somerville. She's just outside the circle with that left leg. And Robinson doing a ton of work at the moment. Adset with it, and we've got a call of a push-off by Adset.
Yeah, so Veve had actually very good front position, and I think Harriet just ran up the back of her.
That could take the wind out of the sails. 6
could,
for 3
yeah.
to go.
Wildcats actually just need this one to seal the deal, I reckon.
And
lovely movement.
Power. And again, gets herself in a good position, but misses some easy shots.
That was a beautiful rebound by Beryl Friday. Oh, it looks like Shelley was out of court.
So, using up valuable time. They'll pass it 20 times here.
Yeah, a lot of valuable time.
So we've used just this whole play here is taking 20 seconds. Wildcats in absolutely no hurry to take this shot. Friday, will she step in? No, just goes long and
lovely
shows
shot
her
by Beryl
class.
Friday.
Well, that's why she played Firebirds. And the margin back to 7.
Oh,
hello. A break by Friday.
not right at the end like that when you just want to make sure you keep possession of the ball. Don't break.
And
lovely tip by
Taylor,
Danielle.
Taylor comes across, gets a hand in it, throws it out. Again, more valuable time being eaten up here. They just can't feed the circle with ease today, can they?
No, I mean, having looked at the Wildcats' defence, I always think that, you know, they're one of the best defensive group in the competition. So, and they're showing it today.
Well, they've held the Tigers with Amy Summerall to 36 goals. That's 9 a quarter. That's that's going to win you most matches if you're doing that, aren't you?
Yeah, well, that's worrying. I mean, 43 goals looks like, you know, for Wildcats to win the game. That's amazing in itself because that's a very low score.
As I said, besides the top 2 teams, all the teams are scoring in the 40s. The exception being the Cougars and the Jets, who play next. We go on air at 10 minutes to 5. Don't miss that one. That's going to be a cracker.
I'll have to listen to it, Millsy, because again, going to Carina Leagues Club.
It's Carina Leagues Club having a party. Yeah, I get it. It'll taste nice too. Go and tell me. You're going to have the one with the cheese and the bacon? Or,
That's it.
Yeah, no worries. I'll have my vegetarian vegan sandwich. So the ball goes out, margin 8. Wildcats, very impressive. 15-9 down at quarter time. Coach Daniel Edwards made some changes, particularly at the GA and the defensive end, and boom, they have turned this around. Tigers have scored just 21 in 3/4 of netball. That's 7 a quarter. So
that was a beautiful double play with Beryl and Lisa. That was great communication with those guys.
So the Tigers sitting in third, like, do you see them as contenders for the championship? Will they go back-to-back?
Oh, Wildcats, you mean?
That's what I said. Oh, did I say Tigers?
Yeah.
My apologies. Wildcats, yeah.
Yeah.
They're sitting in third. They win this game. They've consolidated third by a long way. And
I think with Jets and Cougars are looking unstoppable this year. So unless any other team have to make sure they have a huge step up, I would put, it's going to be a Jets and Cougars final.
So if the Wildcats, though, defend like this, they're a possibility, yeah?
Yeah, they will have to defend like that, but the movement down the court has to take another step up as well.
So that wraps up the 4th quarter. Wildcats 46, Tigers 36, the margin of 10. It did not look like that early on. When you came in, they were down by 6 and 6 at quarter time, but somehow a massive defensive effort across the board for all the players in the Wildcats team gets them the win. Unusually quiet game for Amy Somerville. Didn't get the service that she normally gets from mid, mainly because Alana Schuster wasn't out there a lot. We think she might be injured, yeah?
I don't know. So Alana Schuster, I thought she actually played, she opens up the space very well, her timing. She does, there's so much room when she's out on court, so I'm not too sure why she wasn't out on court, most of the game, actually.
Yeah, so Coach Daniel Edwards would have to be happy with that. Like I say, they were in a bit of trouble early on. Best players for you?
I would have to say Danielle Taylor would be my number one best pick. So she came on beautifully. So loved her.
Gave Amy Summerall a hard time, yeah?
Oh yes. So her groundwork, even though she might not have got the intercepts like Nora Misser in the back, she's the one that creates all of that. So she came on, and that's what changed the game.
You can see her on screen now. The coach Daniel Edwards very happy with what's happening. There's those bibs you were talking about earlier.
Oh, the bibs are beautiful, absolutely beautiful bibs, and a lot of meaning went behind that. So well done to Berra Friday.
And Tigers, will it be hard for you to pick the best on the Tigers?
Wasn't out on court much, but I would actually say Alana. I actually liked when Alana came on. That's when everything was settled. So. Not too sure. She did have that injury a few weeks ago, so maybe she can only play a certain amount of court time. I'm not too sure, but she would be my pick of the bunch. And
Robinson with her debut, were you impressed with her?
Robinson did well. Probably one person that did do okay as well is Hayley. So when you look at it, Wildcats only scoring 46 goals. The defence end did an all right job.
Hayley Mulholland.
That's
it.
Who
you're referring to?
Yes.
Cool. And your girl Gribble, how'd she go today?
Oh, Gribble did all right. Gribble, so when she came out, she got a few. She started to die off a little bit in the end, and I think that's why Aaron did take her off.
Okay, so 46-36 to the Wildcats over the Tigers. The Jets play at 5. We go on air 10 minutes to 5, and that should be an absolute cracker. My name is Dave Mills. I've been joined in commentary today by the super coach, Paula Stewart. Thank you again. We appreciate you having us here.
I better quickly go to this Carina Leagues Club, Nelson.
One last plug for the Carina Leagues Club. They are a major sponsor, so they get in. My name's Dave Mills. We'll be back 10 minutes to 5. Be brilliant, Brisbane. Bye for now.